Good morning, Carabini. It's RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. I've shown this off a long time ago. Time to show it off again. From 1976, a placemat. The placemat was, this one has Mike Schmidt on the cover along with Dave Cash, who was a member of the Phillies back in 76, and Larry Bowa. It was issued only by the Players Association, licensed only by the Players Association. That's why the logos are airbrushed out of the caps. I'm surprised, though, that they were allowed to put the words Philadelphia Phillies on it and around the perimeter, because usually the team name is trademarked as well, and you can't use that unless you pay Major League Baseball a license. So that's a kind of surprising to me. But this is, in fact, one of a set of four. So there are three other designs. I tried to do some research and to figure out where this came from. You know, was it something they sold in their gift shop or what? I think more than likely what it was like a giveaway at the stadium, set of four. They're all the same, except for the image on the front. The design is the same, the logo, the layout is the same, and they all got this standard kind of tablecloth background. But it is a seldom seen collectible. In fact, I mean, you can find them on the bay. They still exist. They're not hard to acquire, but you know, very few people know about them. Certainly, very few people even bother to pick them up and add them to their collection. But there is one great story I like to tell about this one, is because I have a friend who is selling off his collection. He's been doing it for a number of years. He's getting older. His kids don't want his collection. I've mentioned him before a couple times on my channel. His name is Stuart. He lives nearby. His collection is almost exclusively autographs, and it's autographs of every entertainment genre. So music, television, film, pop culture, sport, politics, history. He has all kinds of autographs, thousands upon thousands of autographs of everything, you know, guitars for the music buff, all kinds of boxing gloves, everything, you know, books, pictures, obviously, movie posters, anything you can think of, he's got. That's his collection. But he does have a couple sports related items. So every once in a while, I'll go over there, spend a few bucks, take a couple things with me. And the last time I visited him, he likes to, you know, like me, like we all do, we like to show off cool things in our collection. And he said, "Hey, I got something I bet you don't have." He brought out two of the placemats. He goes, "Bet you've never seen this before." And I had to laugh and said, "Actually, I've got the whole set of four." And I don't know about you guys, but I always enjoy it when someone challenges me on my collection. "I bet you don't have this." And then I whip something out and say, "Well, here's that." So that was fun. Anyway, my random baseball item of the day. Today's random baseball item: 1992 Topps Micro set, full set, still sealed in the box. I always wonder, looking back, you know, you had to think about, why did Topps decide to do micro baseball? And although I don't know, I'm pretty sure that the way it came about is like this. If you recall, some of you probably don't recall, some of you may, in 1991, Cracker Jack decided to go back and put baseball cards in their packaging. Hadn't done it since, I don't know if they did anything in the mid 50s or 60s. I know they did it. We all know of the Cracker Jack set from 1415. But in 1991, they decided to insert cards again in their packaging. And so I'm certain they contacted Topps. And sure enough, Topps did create a set of cards, not all 792, but about 36 different cards that were smaller to fit into packages of Cracker Jack. They were like, you know, postage stamp sized. And then I but believe that Topps decided, hey, since we're doing this little run for Crackerjack, why don't we just make our own set? We'll call it Micro Baseball and release it as a full set. I mean, you didn't get those in packs. They only released it in the set. And I'm sure that's how it happened. And that's what they did. Now, collectors, I think in the initial run thought it was kind of cool, so they bought it. But nobody liked it. It never held its value. It was really kind of worthless. They did it they released it in 1991, 1992, and 1993. And really, collectors didn't love it. They didn't buy it. They weren't interested. It was a joke of a set in a way. And thankfully, it only lasted 3 years, and then it's gone. But in those 3 years, you did get a Chipper Jones rookie card. You did get a Derek Jeter rookie card in the micro version. So those are kind of cool if you want to chase after those. But yeah, the micro baseball product lived a short and painful life, and I think we're all better that it's no longer around. So anyway, today's trivia question, sticking with the theme for this month of this day in baseball history, we are now at June the 10th. So this day in baseball history, June the 10th, 1974, this legendary Hall of Fame player, playing in the Astrodome, hit a ball so hard and so high that it hit a speaker hanging from the ceiling inside the Astrodome. And what was possibly going to be an unbelievably long and far home run ended up being an iconic single. Named for me, the Hall of Fame player who hit that titanic blast. What you're playing for, 2 cards of Hall of Famers from the 2003 Topps Gallery Hall of Fame release. Awesome card here of Willie Mays. And then also one of little-known Hall of Famer Freddie Lindstrom from the New York Giants. So that's what you're playing for today. 2 Hall of Fame Giant players. All right, so send me an email with the correct answer. You'll get a chance to win those cards. I'll include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of the question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. All right, today, something simple and easy for everybody. I want to show off a little box set. The box sets I love so much. This one is from 1990, the last year that Fleer issued any box sets, which was 1990. The Fleer Award winners. Interesting in this way, the coloring is really weird. I don't know about this kind of off teal blue. And the image, you'll see in a second, has this kind of like trophy cup cut in the picture. 44 trading cards with 6 logo stickers. This is your checklist. If you want to pause on there, I'm going to go through all the cards. I'm not sure everybody is technically an award winner versus just being a pretty good player. So these are the 6 1990 logo stickers. You have the full-size team sticker, and then you also have the little circle ones with the team logo on it. That's the way Fleer did it for many years. The color with background was different often. Some of the other ways they did the stickers was different, but Fleer stopped doing stickers, I want to say, in 91. No. They did stickers in 91 too. I guess 1992 was when they just stopped with the stickers, because that 1992 also was, I believe, was the year Topps stopped with the gum. So everybody realized, it's kind of a joke for us to keep inserting things inside the cards. Let's just concentrate on issuing cards, because it cost them money to make those other stupid things that nobody wanted. So why not just stick with the cards, right? Made sense to them. So here are the players who made it into the 1990 Fleer Award winner set. Jeff Ballard of the Orioles. You can see we're talking about the image, kind of a trophy cut. The base of the name is the base of the trophy. There really isn't any nod to what the award was. It just talks about, calls them an award winner and lists their stats. That's why I say I'm not sure if all these people actually should be considered award winners. They're just players that Fleer felt worthy of including in this set. Tim Belcher of the Dodgers. Bert Blyleven, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Angels, looking very pensive right there. Wade Boggs, still with the Red Sox. Bob Boone, legendary Philly catcher, who spent a lot of years with both the Angels and Royals, I believe, after leaving. Yep, they're the Angels for several years after leaving the Phillies, and then with the Royals. Mr. Canseco, still in all his glory. Will the Thrill, still at the top of his game. Jack Clark winding down a near Hall of Fame career. I think Jack Clark would have made the Hall of Fame if his knees hadn't given out. You can see here, he had a lot of injuries. If you look at his games played, sometimes it's less than 100, sometimes it's just around 100. Unfortunately, he suffered from a lot of leg injuries in his career. Vince Coleman, still at the peak of his speediness. How many stolen bases he had those years. He wasn't stealing 100 anymore, so he started with 3 straight years of 100 steals, then dropped to 81, then dropped to 65, so he was slowing down. Eric Davis. The Reds won the World Series this year, if you recall. Jose De Leon. He eventually was a Philly for a season or two, I think. Tony Fernandez. I love me some Tony Fernandez. I got a pack of Japanese baseball cards one time, and Tony Fernandez was in there on a Japanese team. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Scott Gereltz, little known nor remembered player on the Giants here. Scott Gereltz. Tom Gordon, Flash. You got a last name of Gordon, you're going to get the nickname Flash, just the way it's going to work. He was on the Phillies 2008 World Series team, although he did not stay with the team the whole year. Junior, at the height of his awesomeness. Von Hayes, longtime Philly. Ricky Henderson. The A's had won the World Series the previous year. Bo Jackson still going strong. Howard Johnson, a perennial 30-30 player. People forget that. I think about him. There's Donnie Baseball. Fred McGriff, still with the Blue Jays, now in the Hall of Fame. Kevin Mitchell of the one-handed grab, or the bare-handed grab. Greg Olson, very highly touted prospect pitcher who flamed out early. Kind of an odd-looking face there, isn't it? Gary Pettis, he had a little bit of speed too, didn't he? Did he swipe several bases? 40-ish. Okay. Kirby Puckett. Harold Reynolds, now obviously on MLB Network. Jeff Russell, doesn't he look a little bit like Mike Piazza right there, Jeff Russell? Nolan Ryan, certainly. Brett Saberhagen. Brett Saberhagen of the Odd Year Greatness. Rhino. Benito Santiago, Rookie of the Year. He was with the Phillies one year, but he was another guy who was just poor, just didn't have enough to get the Hall of Fame, but was dang near awesome as a catcher. Mike Scott. Ruben Sierra played forever. Lonnie Smith always seemed to be hanging around a World Series team. Ozzie Smith. Dave Stewart. Darrell. Greg Swindell. Not too many people remember Greg Swindell, but it's an interesting name that I remember. Growing up as a kid, seeing it on my cards. Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke had a season with the Phillies one year. Tim Wallach. Jerome Walton. Mitch Williams, sporting the beard back in his early days. Rangers to Cubs. And then, of course, Robin Yount. So that is your Fleer 1990 award winner set. Just showing off a little box set for today. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate everybody's support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card community, all right? I want to thank everybody for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday. Take care.